One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to UFCU Stadium in San Marcos, Texas, home to the Texas State Bobcats. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Texas State Bobcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Raging Cajuns will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it back looking for help. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Bobcats offense is on the field for the first time today. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here. The quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that. And I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football.
There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And the Bobcats come to the line in the hurry-up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum. And what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
The Bobcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. To the air, it's Rivers. Throws for the tight end. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Bobcats will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Secures it at the 30. Slips through the line. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Ready, set. Get set, get set.
Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Sampson. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Took care of it himself. Turning it on. Touchdown, Louisiana. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to pass. It's Rivers. Pocket breaking down. Going to try to get it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides. The Bobcats moving quickly to the line. All right, guys, let's chat about Texas State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And the Bobcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking left. Makes the grab. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Man, early in the game, I love when you set the tone and make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. Nice job getting him on the ground, getting your first sack of the day. Listen, they had 3 last week, but they want to continue to build on that number and keep getting it higher, and that's a great start.
The short hands, it's Evans, and he'll be brought down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Looking downfield, it's Rivers. Right down the middle. He makes a catch. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Trying to pound their way in. And he'll be stopped for no gain. Still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team.
Touchdown, Texas State. Quick strike through the air for the score. The extra point here would tie the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring margin. Now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Trying to start the drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Coates. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Robertson. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. The run from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Looking for a deep man. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. So after the break, they'll go back to work. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. The Raging Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
This offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but third down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggle to try to find a play to get someone open.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Looking to throw, it's Rivers. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Bobcats want to crank the tempo.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can...
Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Quick tempo here for the offense.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. With the catch, it's Simpson. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers.
Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Middle linebackers, they're middle linebackers because they're right in the middle of the defense. You put guys that have a nose for the football because they literally line up over the football every single time. They play the run well, and look at this. How about this? Rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, getting the big sack.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this 1st half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the right. Got him, and nobody's close. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
To the air, it's Howard. Gets it out quickly.
I like getting these slant throws early and getting some completions because you're setting up the slant to go. Later in the game, the quarterback can pump the slant route and then hit him up the sideline for a big gain.
One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. Breaks it, got enough space, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cajuns. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Well, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, tune up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
He'll bring it out. It's Reddick. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Off the play fake on first down. Finds his man. It's Evans.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the right. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Wants to go up top on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. To throw, it's Rivers. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Bobcats!
That is exactly what you want from your quarterback. Hanging in there, letting the route develop, throwing the football down the field while you're getting hit, and the receiver does the rest and runs into the end zone for the touchdown.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Tight end now in motion. Off play action on first down. Scrambling away. Makes the grab on the right. There he goes. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And the Raging Cajuns will have it first and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And into the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And that's the end of the line for the return man, but still business to attend to. A penalty marker is down. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Rides the back and leaves it. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run play action. Finds his big tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop it from getting the first down.
I love the route there by the tight end and man-to-man coverage. He's able to separate from the defender, and then once he has the ball, he's able to rip through the tackle and go get more yards.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Leaves it with the back. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Bobcats will line up to punt it away. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Got it in the middle. It's Sampson. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. The Raging Cajuns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw. It's Collins. Working that left side now. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Right on the money. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Snap in the shotgun. Trying to find the end zone. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Throw to the end zone. Picked off.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
From the gun, the ground game.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. Just about set to get this second half underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Motion from the wideout. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Ball is free. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He goes after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. And the Raging Cajuns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the running back. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. Seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Turning it on. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Raging Cajuns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Dropping back, it's Collins. Wide out trying to get it in. And he just couldn't get started. Goes down behind the line of scrimmage, and they'll lose yardage on the completion.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tried to fight his way forward, but he didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, this offense just keeps trying to pound the ball into the end zone down tight, but the defense, they're very, very physical. So I think you got to think about either a perimeter run, a potential run-pass option, or let your quarterback try to go make a play thrown.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
A field goal here would make it a 2-possession game, but they elect to leave the offense on the field on 4th down. And as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw.
Fighting to get it out of the end zone, and I don't think he made it. He did not. It's a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but that 4th down stop kept them from getting anything on the board. From the shotgun, the inside give. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And the Raging Cajuns want to pick up the tempo.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Howard. He uncorks one deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. And now the lead is even bigger.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
The Bobcats now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got out of trouble and throws. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Bobcats line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the returner will be brought down. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. When you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. He might want another play. Back to throw, it's Howard. Makes the grab, it's Davis. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Raging Cajuns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Give to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. Ooh, got it in the middle. It's Davis. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. That's going to do it for the quarter, guys. Louisiana has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Louisiana. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Kent State looks like a bunch of world beaters right now. I'm not sure I've ever seen this offense look this crisp. They're up 14 over Toledo. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. The Bobcats are in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Now, a 4th down.
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. This one's complete. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that 4th down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy's not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Scanning the field, it's Rivers. Got his man quickly. Across the 25, he's got room. What a play there, and he rips up a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bobcats.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And he tacks on the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Motion from the wide receiver. A designed run for the quarterback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Trying play action. Pressure coming. He's going to run it. Gets the first himself. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Man, I love it when my QB not only uses his athletic ability, but uses his head. Nice job here. Nothing open. Don't force the football. You've got the lead. It's the fourth quarter. Nice job taking off and getting the first down.
They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Got enough for the first. The ball pops out. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Not up on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And the Raging Cajuns are flying down the field. Goes to the option. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Raging Cajuns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Reads it, fires complete. tackled there by the defense. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Fires to the middle. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. And it's no good. He missed it. After the failed field goal attempt, still a 12-point game. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Motion from the back. He'll start this drive firing. Got his man. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. And the Bobcats want to move quickly.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The Bobcats come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Defense looks as if it's coming. Lost to throw again. Moves away as he feels pressure.
I just love the effort by the defense on this play. We're late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter. Guys are tired, and they're not able to get to the QB right away, but they continue pursuing him, and they're able to get to him outside of the pocket. Nice job.
That's caught. It's Evans. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Rivers. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted deep in his own end. Takes it the other way.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10.
Let's go!
They'll move the wide receiver. This quarterback part of their running game. Kept it, and he's past the marker. Oh, he's got some space. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Cajuns. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he's going to try to return this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
And the Bobcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Gonna run it. It's Beebe. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, David.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sport